In a country like India, the way I characterize it is, it's the oldest civilization and the youngest nation. Media plays a very critical and a very responsible role. And if there's one brand in India that I think personifies that, that's Malayalam Manorama.
Malayalam Manorama is the largest and the oldest regional media player in the country. We've been around since 1888, and we have been the lead players in whatever industry that we've gone into, whether it's newspaper, television, radio, or digital.
We have 1 billion plus page views a month, and we have close to 20 million uniques a month. I have readers from all over the world. Close to 70% of my readers are from outside the country, and a lot of them are from the Middle East, because we have a huge expat Malayali community working there in the Middle East. But always on top is US and Western Europe. US is really huge for us.
And the interest group has changed now. The target users are from 15 plus age onwards. And some of our apps and products which are for the younger generation, we have kids also using it. So we have a huge range of content that we have to these different interest groups. Besides that, interestingly enough, the diaspora, what we've now found out, what is of greatest interest for them is two things. One is very local news, which is local within the country. And then local is within the area where there is a group of Malayalis living in New York. They want to have their local news covered as a Malayali community in New York. And so we have focused on those two things. Analytics, I think, is what is the key to everything today. So understanding the customers, understanding what they are watching and reading and what they are interested in. And a lot of it is not so much in terms of, when people give you feedback, it's very different from what they are actually doing. So big data, right? Everybody talks about big data, but that's exactly what we want to use, capture this big data to eventually make money for us, both in terms of getting better traffic and responding to the customers as well as to our advertisers.
The challenge right now we are facing is a multi-channel publishing kind of environment where the editors create one single story and you actually publish it to various platforms. That is something which was not supported in the earlier platform. Another challenge I feel it's the scalability part, because that is something which is very important for a media website like us. We always are worried about unexpected traffic, that is traffic spikes in the site. We were actually looking for a technology partner who can actually address all our requirements in terms of mobile, web and tablets. So it's in our current Manorama Online portfolio, we have a lot of disparate products, third-party products which are integrated currently to make the whole process right now to publish the content online and web. But that is something which is it's actually having a lot of overhead in terms of duplicate content and troubleshooting issues, management issues. You needed a technology partner who can give us an end-to-end solution, right from creating the content to deliver the content and of course integrate with the third-party products.
There were certain challenges or business challenges that Malayalam was trying to solve. They wanted simplified editorial workflows, personalized, compelling user experience for all their users, and content monetization.
Malayalam Manorama has been one of our oldest digital media customers. The editorial team and the technology team, they loved the technology.
When we started our first discussions with Adobe on the product, we were able to give our requirements because we gave the same set of requirements which we are given to the other vendors also. But after the initial discussions, I think what Adobe has done is the Adobe team has been very proactive. They were actually able to help us in actually getting a final scope of work. That was the first step in the requirement gathering phase. Then after that, actually we were able to, the team was very helpful in taking us all through the customer places where the Adobe implementation has already been in place, and we were actually looking at media customers only.
We are not very new to Adobe because our editorial system runs on Adobe, and also we are familiar with Photoshop, and we are familiar with Adobe Premiere and things like that. In fact, not only the print editorial system, almost all our products are powered by Adobe. We have selected AEM Then we have DPS for managing all our magazines for iPads and tablets. Then we have the analytics part of it, Adobe Analytics. These are the three products which we've decided to go for, in the phase 1 of this implementation. Probably we'll be looking at more products in the coming phases.
We look at this as a partnership. We have a lot of ideas which we want to implement, but we also expect Adobe to bring a lot of ideas into the table and explain to us what is a good idea, what will work and what will not work. Adobe has been a partner with Malayalam Manorama for a long time now in our print products. We took a rather long and painful process to take this decision, but I think it was a good process because in that point of time we had assessed a lot of different CMSs and we'd met a lot of different clients who were using these different CMSs to find out what worked and what did not work. And when it came down to it, two things which appealed to us about Adobe. One, Adobe's innate strength in media, and also the team itself clicked very well.